in his own way. He's not a guy that talks a lot. I don't, and we don't really have that many guys like that on our team. That's not the kind of team we are. We're not a real big rah before the game, yelling and clapping. That's just not how we are. And so everyone kind of follows suit with that. But everyone knows who the leaders are, and A-Rob's definitely one of them on offense because of his work effort. The way that he works during the week, during the off season, how he comes in every game, and he gives solid efforts every single time out. He does a great job. That makes you a leader on this team. So I'd say he's definitely a leader from that that aspect.
How do you like the young guys? They seem to be the one cut guys that you guys have a lot.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of meat coming at the one cut.
I'm glad I don't have to tackle them. But those guys are big. They got great speed, and they're doing a very good job of seeing the holes, hitting them, and staying with their cut, not trying to dance around. Just make the cut and go downfield. And I think that's huge for a young guy's confidence to go out there and get some game time. It was a little bit tough in the elements to hold on to the ball, and they did a great job of that. Brad had that one pop out, but that was a freak helmet. That'll happen. But overall, I think they played great.
It seemed early on that you guys were passing to set up the run. Was that the case?
I think we were kind of trying to get a good mixture, which we had, I think, throughout the whole game. And they gave us some different looks. They definitely did. They played what they usually play, but at the same time, they brought a ton of pressure, which is unlike them at all, which was kind of different, but we had to adjust to it. So there was times when Coach would be calling passes, couldn't do it because of what we had on, had to get into a run that would suit us a little bit better. So it was a weird game because there was a lot of checks. So it's hard to tell what we were trying to do almost, because you just gotta go with what they're doing. You gotta react to it, and if it's a run, it's a run. If it's a pass. You just gotta execute.
Did it look like you guys, as a passing game, kind of got rhythm late first quarter, early second? Is that about right?
So.
Was there some timing that developed?
In the early part, we missed on a few, and then we started to get our feet settled. We got the ball to the guys that needed it, and they did a great job of getting upfield, getting yards where we needed them, and also did a tremendous job with the run game. And that helps the pass. Obviously, they go hand in hand. So we had a good passing game going, a good running game going. So both things were very open.
You were talking about confidence and how for younger players, when they can come in and make plays, it could really help them out. How would you describe, I guess, the confidence level that Keenan has now? Because guys like Marvin were saying that he grew up today.
Yeah. I think Keenan played great, and I think if Marvin wasn't playing and Keenan was in there all the time, I think he would do a great job. Marvin's a great receiver, so you got Marvin in there. It's hard for Keenan to get playing time because Marvin does a great job with what he does. So when Keenan does get in, though, he does a great job of playing, with great intensity, great effort, doing a tremendous job in the pass game, going up, getting the football, getting his feet in, doing things like that, staying consistent with run blocking, which Marvin does a tremendous job of, and Keenan follows that up. And so, we'd love to have Marvin out there every single time if we could. And it kind of stinks when you have great depth. You wish you could put everybody out there, but there's only certain guys you can. And I definitely think Keenan grew up today. But he's been kind of, growing up steadily throughout this whole season, from camp and everything.
And how much would you say it helps, like, early on when you're able to have the passing game be effective, like even with shorter plays, like the guys like Allen and Marvin and Darrell before like those big plays came?
Oh yeah, I think that's definitely it helps when you can hit the short passes, because it gets a rhythm going and you getting some extra yards, up the field, and then we're completing passes, so we're getting confidence there. And then that'll open up the deep balls later on in the game.
And just my final question here, you looking at Penn State next week. You guys have beaten them the last couple of years. What's kind of the thought process as you enter conference play, playing them here at home, and considering what's going to be at stake?
Well, right now, we need to get on the film. We need to fix the mistakes from today. Watch Penn State's film, understand what they are going to try to do, and prepare as well as possible. Do everything we can during the week. Have another great week of practice. and then go out there Saturday confident and ready to have a tough ball game against a very good opponent who's very well coached. And, we know what kind of team they are, and we're going to, have to be ready to go at the snap. We're going to have to be ready to go for the full 60 in order to give ourselves a chance to win against a very good opponent.